Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I got a question recently from a close friend of mine who asked me, how do you deal with insecurities? And I thought I would make a video about this because it might help that friend, and I also wanted to share with the rest of you in case anybody else has this struggle and might get some value out of this. My immediate answer was, I don't. They're absolutely crippling. But that's kind of a cop-out, and it's not entirely true. There are a few things that I've found that have helped me kind of navigate these things. So I'm going to share 3 things that have been helpful for me, and I actually had a chance to ask a few friends about this over the course of my day today. So I'm going to share a few of the answers I got from them that I think might also be helpful. So, Number 1, insecurities are excuses for fear. I have a perfect example. This happened within the last couple weeks. I had a crush on this girl, and I was coming up with all sorts of reasons why I couldn't talk to her. She probably has a boyfriend. Even if she doesn't have a boyfriend, she's not going to like me because girls don't like me. After that, it was okay, well, even if she likes me, she's better off without me because I'm not capable of having a healthy relationship. But obviously these are all just things I was telling myself because at the foundation, I was scared. And that's what it came down to. And of course, I was feeling really negative that day, so as soon as we found out that that was the root of it, I was like, well, it doesn't matter if it's just fear because the fear is going to stop me from talking to her anyway. And my friend told me that's not true because you are not somebody who lets fear stop them. And sooner or later, you're going to be so frustrated that you're letting fear hold you back that you're going to go talk to her. And I was like, well, okay, fine. And long story short, yes, I did end up talking to her. The bottom line here is that I decided that fear is not something that's going to hold me back from going after my goals, trying to do the things that I want to do and be the person that I want to be. And that's all there is to it. Number 2, insecurity for me often manifests as perfectionism. I think that if I'm not the best at something, if I'm not going to do it perfectly, I shouldn't be doing it at all. And a lot of the time, for me, this comes up in my service work. When I think about making a video that's going to help people, when I think about taking on a new coaching client, my brain throws all sorts of things at me like, you haven't solved all these problems in your life. Who are you to be guiding anybody else? And a lot of you might identify with this. And the thing I want to tell you is that this is a good sign. This is a good thing. If you're afraid of letting people down, if you're afraid of not doing a job as well as you could be doing it, that is a good thing. That speaks to your integrity. That speaks to your commitment to quality. Doing something well. It's something that you can be proud of. And that is a good thing. Unfortunately, the only way to get good at something is to start by being bad at it first. You're going to make mistakes in the beginning, and you're going to mess up, and yes, you may disappoint somebody, you may hurt somebody's feelings in the process of trying to help and trying to do something good, and that sucks. But you'll never get to a higher level, you'll never find growth if you don't go through that process. The only way to move the needle is to take action. You have to start before you feel ready. You have to start when you're feeling insecure, when you're feeling scared. You have to be able to do it under those conditions to start getting experience because that is the only way that you'll get better. I have found myself often trapped in the process of preparation. I will read about something. I will try to learn as much as I can about something so that when I finally act, I will be able to do it as perfectly as possible. And you know what? I've spent weeks and months and years trapped in that place for something that I never ended up taking action on. So if there's something that's meaningful to you, if there's something that's important to you, that you want to get better at, you have to start before you feel ready. You have to look at those insecurities and be like, yes, I see you. I know that you're here, and I'm going to do this anyway. Because that is the only way forward, and that's the only way you're ever going to get to the point where you're actually performing at the level you want to be at. And the third thing that helps me is remembering that everybody feels this way. The friend that reached out to me and asked this question is someone that I look up to. You know, I look at this person and I'm like, oh, this is someone who has a lot going for them and someone that I admire. And it was surprising for me to hear that this is something that they struggled with too. So all the people that you're looking at, if you're comparing yourself to someone else and you're thinking, this person is so much better at this than I am, that person is feeling the exact same insecurities that you are. And they may or may not be feeling them to the same level, and if they're not, then I'm sure they did when they first started, because everybody goes through this. And even those who are performing at the highest level in their craft, in their field, still have these things come up. And for me, it's just comforting to know that even the top performers in the world still go through these things. Alright, so that's what helps me. And now I'm going to share a few things that I got from my friends today. One person told me that they use art as an outlet, you know, something creative, and I think that is an amazing idea, because sometimes being able to sit down and process your feelings in a way where you don't have to think about them directly can be a bit easier, because these things can be intense to go through head on. Another friend told me that what they do is they remember that not everybody is paying attention to them. They remind themselves that they're not always in the spotlight. Nobody is looking at them and evaluating their every move and thinking about how well they're doing. And I think that's another great way to kind of take the pressure off of yourself, get that spotlight off of you, and realize, even if I mess up, nobody's going to care about this as much as I do. Yet another friend told me that the way they deal with this is by naming the insecurities. It's just saying it out loud. And that could mean telling someone close to you what you're going through, how you feel about it, or even just talking to the stranger next to you in the room. You know, saying, oh, you know what, I always feel really awkward at these events. It's hard for me to talk to strangers. And not only is that a way to express that insecurity and take away a lot of its power, but you've also just connected to the person next to you, and that is an amazing thing as well. One last thing I want to share. This is a runner-up. This is an honorable mention. I asked a friend who told me that the way he deals with insecurity is by burying it. And when I asked him how that works out for him, he said it works really well until it doesn't. So take that for what it's worth. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's been helpful. If you liked it, share it with all your friends, because they're probably going to like it too. If you want to see more like it, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications for my channel to see more stuff from me in the future. Leave a comment. Let me know if you liked the video. Let me know if you think that it sucked. If you have a question that you would like to hear me answer in the future, leave it in the comments. Any and all feedback is appreciated. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video.